yeah, we got Dynamite coming up. Title Eliminator matches. Why are there so many of them?
I don't know.
Like, there is no better way to make a championship not feel important. And I only say that because we have a title match that showed up out of nowhere, and then 2 title eliminator matches tonight.
Jesus Christ.
We got Swerve and Brian Cage, World Championship Eliminator, which we could have that match without it. We know Double or Nothing's coming up. We know he's going up against Christian.
Yeah.
Why is he in a title? Why can't he just go one-on-one regularly with Brian Cage? Why does it have to be a title eliminator?
Right. They're just doing it to do it.
They're doing it to do it, and then they're also doing it with the tag belts. They're doing Matt and Nick Jackson versus Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. And that came out of nowhere too, and it's also an eliminator match. And then they're also doing Okada versus Dax Harwood for the Continental Championship, which is just
on Dynamite.
Yeah,
what the hell?
which is just like last week. Like after the show, there was a little segment, and Jack Perry cut a promo. Okada looked in the camera and he just says, "I want you, Dax Harwood," and then he walked off. Didn't say for the championship, but now it's for the championship apparently.
Yeah.
Which is, like, cool. Like, oh, it's for a championship. But I feel like AEW has this problem where they do that so much that, like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, we know, respectfully, like, we know who's going to win. And that's, obviously, it's usually the case in pro wrestling. But, like, when you do it this much, it's, like, even more predictable.
Yeah, it just feels so random. Like, so randomly thrown in there and, like...
And it's not like you can make the argument that Tony Khan, like, made Okada put it on the line because they've been bad boys. Because the whole story is that they put Tony on the shelf and he hasn't been at Dynamite. And
right.
He's been running the shows. So it's not even like you can argue that Tony Khan's so enraged that he's going to try to get them to lose their title.
Yeah.
It's just... I don't know, man.
Very wacky.
I want to give Swerve the benefit of the doubt, but he's just not getting booked in the way that he should.
Yeah.
And certainly a title eliminator match against Brian Cage isn't going to do much for him.
Right.
Dude, Swerve's been getting his ass beat every week. What's like... And also, Brian Cage isn't going to win an eliminator match and then challenge him for the championship a week before, not even... like 5 days before Double or Nothing.
Right, that would be even more predictable because you're already advertising Swerve versus Christian, which is a banger match. So it's like, what's the point?
I'm curious to see, like, during that match, if they still advertise Swerve versus Christian, or if they advertise, whoever wins this match versus Christian.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I'm like a little annoyed at that, even though it's like not that big of a deal, but it kind of is when they do it so much.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, though. It just, the booking feels very random, and it shouldn't, I don't know. They should just let the stories play out as opposed to eliminator match, eliminator match, eliminator match. So.
And I was saying, too, I was like, we do those on GCW. Every show there's a title match, but also GCW is not a real show.
Yeah.
And it also happens like every 4 months at this point. So...
yeah.
When you're on a weekly TV show and you're doing eliminator matches like every other week, it's like, okay, something's got to give.
Yeah, right.